Lewis Hamilton's first year at Ferrari has given us some iconic moments.
We've asked Lewis to swap in 11. And Sainz 1.4 behind. You want to let pass it on?
But it's also shown us a Lewis who's clearly losing hope as the season goes on. That's why I decided to look back at the most hopeless moments of his time at Ferrari, but each one shows him increasingly devastated. Hamilton had a rough start to the season. He couldn't find a good rhythm all weekend, the car felt unstable, and he finished well outside the positions he was aiming for. A clear sign that Ferrari still had a lot of work to do.
You always need to find your feet. How would you assess today? Because I know it must be really different being in a car with different race engineer, different team. How would you assess it all today?
It's very tricky and went a lot worse than I thought that it would go, and the car was really, really hard to drive today.
So what could you say to our viewers waiting something magical from you? What would you say to them?
Don't. Simple as that. Don't wait for anything. Just watch and enjoy. We're working as hard as we can. So that's all I can say. I mean, I don't have nothing else to add to that.
And just as he warned, it wasn't great. A very weak qualifying left him starting 9th on the grid, almost a full second behind the pole sitter and behind Leclerc.
We saw a radio message from you saying sorry, really sorry. Just what was that about, and what was the feeling like in the car today?
It's just about my performance, my poor performance.
Is that because there's no reason? You don't know why?
There's no reasons, just I'm not doing the job.
Is that a Saturday thing? Is this...
Well, it happens every Saturday, yes.
Disappointment was already starting to take hold.
It just looked like such a tough day out there for you. Just how tricky was the car to try and get any kind of performance out of it?
Well, on the positive, our car clearly is a lot better than what I'm delivering with it, and Charles did a great job with it today, so big apologies to the team for not doing the job.
What do you think you can rescue tomorrow?
No, I really no idea.
Best of luck.
In Saudi Arabia, he finished 7th and looked uncomfortable with the car all weekend. He never really managed to adapt to the circuit, even though Leclerc ended up on the podium.
Hi Lewis. I know yesterday you were saying to us you needed some magic, or I think there's a quote saying you said you needed a brain transplant to get on top of this car, but it really seemed to come alive for you in that second stint towards the end there. Was there a point where you did feel comfortable in the race today? No.
There wasn't 1 second, no.
So how hard is it then? What are you dealing with in the car, and how much work is there to do?
Clearly the car is capable of being P3, so Charles did a great job today, so I can't blame him on the car.
You don't have any idea why it's just not happening for you?
No.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I was miles off pace-wise, and didn't have the speed today.
What do you want to keep from these 3 weeks?
There's not really anything to take from the 3 weeks, except for I'm slow, so I've got to figure out how to undo that.
At Imola, he tried to respond to the growing criticism.
So many rumours, there's so many people making assumptions, comments, judgments. 99% of them don't actually know really what's going on. 99% of them, or probably 100% of them, don't know what I've been through to get where I am today. And I think the other things I often find myself having to just remind myself, I have won 7 world titles. I have won more than any other driver in history. I have to remind myself that I also have done great things, and whilst things are not always going to be great, and we're having this period of time, things will get better.
But ended up with a poor qualifying and failed to make it into the top 10.
Listen, tough one for the team today, and Charles, you could tell the emotion in his voice when he came here. How did things unfold from your perspective?
Well, tough one. I mean, I feel super gutted, devastated that we weren't able to get through. I really feel like we've made so many positive steps through the weekend. The car was generally feeling better. We had the brakes were better today. The balance was really nice. And in Q2, the run 1 felt felt decent, and then when we put the new tyres on, for some reason, just didn't have any more grip. It couldn't go any faster. And you see everyone else, they managed to switch the tyres on clearly. So we definitely need to look into that. And it's, the reason it's devastating is just to see everyone who's worked so hard in the garage to be in Italy for the first Italian race for me, Ferrari, and not making it to Q3. It's definitely bittersweet.
In Barcelona, he had a weekend to forget. The race was a mess. He lost pace, couldn't hold position, and finished outside the top 6.
Yeah, unbelievable, guys. Something wrong with this car, mate. It's the worst it's ever been.
At that point, Lewis was fully broken. He was even seen crying inside the car after the race.
Hi Lewis, we heard the radio at the end where you said something is wrong with this car. Can you tell us how it felt and what you were dealing with?
Not particularly, it was just not a great day. Strategy was good, team did a great job. That's it.
I hate seeing you in this mood. It's hard to see you in this mood.
What do you want me to say? I just had a really bad day and I've got nothing to say.
I totally understand that.
It was a difficult day. There's nothing else to add to it. It was terrible. There's no point in explaining it. It's not your fault. I just what else to say?
What do you take from this triple header as a whole? How much have you learned about the car? Okay, thank you, Lewis.
By the time Belgium came around, he looked completely resigned.
Ken, you tested some new parts at Mugello last week. How did the car feel?
No, we didn't test. It was a photo shoot day basically. So did like 10 laps or whatever. It's 14 laps of filming, which was not a test. So
granted, but how did the car feel all the same in those 10 laps?
The same as before.
Okay, but you had the new floor in Austria. You've got new suspension on the car here at Spa. Do you feel this is the moment where we might see what this car is finally capable of?
No.
To make matters worse, he spun out during sprint quali and ended up in 18th.
Sorry to see you here at this stage. It seemed a strange one at the chicane. What happened?
That's fine.
Say again, sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. Was it a rear lock or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First time, I think, in my career.
Yeah, disappointed. But overall, I mean, how do you assess how the car has been today?
Not great. Yeah, there's not really a lot to say.
Any more drivable with this suspension upgrade? Any sense of that? And what about tomorrow, though?
Tomorrow's a new day, so we'll try to. Obviously, I'm massively frustrated. So a lot of work's gone in, and to be there is not really great. So hopefully tomorrow will be better.
And then we arrived at the infamous Hungarian Grand Prix. There's not much to say. The footage says it all.
What happened in quali?
I'm just useless.
So say again?
I'm just useless.
But that isn't obviously the case.
It clearly is.
What?
Just drove terribly. It is what it is.
Do you just not feel comfortable in the car in that part of quali? Did something change?
Nothing changed.
I don't want to force you, but I know the frustration anyway. Was a very difficult weekend for you on a track that you excel. What was the main issue? The car?
Me. Just me.
But you have more downforce and you're always in that conditions in this track. Well, yeah. I think it's going to come better times then.
I don't think so. I think that's it for me. That's all I got.
Can I just ask you the radio message every time, what that was about?
Oh, it's me every time.
Is it your qualifying, your Saturdays, or?
Yeah, I'm useless. Absolutely useless.
Any answers anywhere? I mean, this car, they're trying to get this car in a better position for you.
The team has no problem. You've seen the car's on pole, so they probably need to change driver.